From backyard kicks in Australia to shining for Manchester City and the Matildas, Mary Fowler's rise feels electric. This Mary Fowler biography opens with a simple truth. She pairs rare skill with grit, then delivers when it counts. She left home young, signed with Montpellier at 17, and grew fast. In 2022, she joined Manchester City, turned minutes into impact, and became an Australian soccer sensation with a calm touch and a fearless shot. Her 2024 to 2025 form showed that growth, creative assists, sharp finishing, smarter movement. Then came the ACL tear in April 2025, a shock that cut short a surge. Her recovery is already underway, and the comeback timeline points to late 2025. Family is the steady force behind the story. A hands-on dad helped guide early moves, a football-loving sister pushed the standard, and the support system never wavered. Her love life has drawn headlines too. Reports across Australian media link her with NRL star Nathan Cleary since 2023. A pairing that blends two top-tier careers and a lot of public attention. Money talk follows success, and her net worth is growing. A Manchester City deal through the prime years, national team bonuses, and brand work point to strong earnings, without changing the grounded lifestyle that keeps her focused on the ball. Expect a full picture here: family roots, club milestones, international moments, romance, and the road back from injury. If you want the essentials on an Australian soccer sensation building something special, you are in the right place. Mary Fowler's early life and close-knit family roots. Mary's story starts in Cairns, where family came first, and sport was the family language. The Fowler home prized effort, grit, and joy in simple things. You can feel it in how Mary talks about training on beaches and local fields, and how she carries herself on the pitch today. That tight bond at home shaped her mindset. Pressure felt lighter, because she played for something bigger than herself. Meet her supportive parents and siblings. Her dad, Kevin, is Irish, and a former rugby player who moved for better opportunities. He brought a no-nonsense approach to sport and life, and he believed hard work beats noise. He set sessions, timed sprints, and kept things simple. Technique first, then the extras. He spotted promise in each child, and treated the backyard like a training ground. Her mom, Nito, is the warm center of the family. She kept everyone grounded and well-fed, and she knew when to nudge and when to let the kids play. She has a calm strength that shows up in Mary's game, that cool first touch, that pause before a smart pass. Mary grew up with 4 siblings, which meant daily competition and daily support. The house moved to the rhythm of practice, school, and more practice. In a large family, you learn to share space, listen, and push each other without crossing lines. That dynamic raised 5 strong minds who knew how to work as a unit. Sports glued them together. Think early morning runs, juggling drills after dinner, and weekend kick-arounds that ran until the sun dropped. A few favorite snapshots. Shoes off on Trinity Beach, racing the tide and striking through wet sand. Mini games in the yard, where first to 3 wins, and last goal stands. Brothers and sisters mixing teams, swapping roles, and learning to trust. These moments built teamwork and composure. Mary learned to block out chatter, read space, and make quick choices. That family-built foundation still shows whenever she plays with tempo and intent. Overcoming childhood hardships in Cairns. Life was not always smooth. Money was tight and housing shifted. At times, the family dealt with real instability, with stretches that tested patience and pride. Those years sharpened Mary's resolve. She learned to focus on what she could control. She built a strong inner voice and a quiet confidence that did not need outside approval. Soccer became her escape and her anchor. Local fields in Cairns offered a few hours of peace, a place to move and breathe. A ball, a patch of grass, and siblings ready to play. That was enough. Wins were small and steady. Extra touches before dinner. A clean strike that felt perfect off the laces. A laugh after a good nutmeg. Those simple joys turned into habits. She found comfort in repetition, and pride in progress you could feel but not always see. It was the same at the beach, where the wind tugged at the ball and the sand fought every step. That resistance built balance and power. It also built a love for the game that did not depend on fancy gear or new boots. Out of those tough years came a clear mindset. Keep moving. Keep learning. Be grateful for the people beside you. When you watch Mary break lines, stay calm under pressure, or smile after a hard run, you are seeing the kid from Cairns who made the most of small moments and turned them into a way of life. From local fields to international glory, Mary Fowler's soccer rise. Mary Fowler's climb is the kind that lights a fire in young players. She went from barefoot kicks in Cairns to starring for Manchester City and the Matildas, with a style built on touch, vision, and calm under pressure. You see the same theme at every step. Learn fast, trust your feet, and back your instincts. The arc is clear. A fearless teenager earns her shot, then turns chances into moments fans remember. Key milestones in club and national team play. Mary's journey moves in sharp, memorable beats that show her growth and grit. Senior debut at 16. She broke into senior club football with Adelaide United in the 2019-20 season. She scored in her first game and showed she could handle the pace and contact. That early proof of quality made bigger clubs take notice. Montpellier at 17. On her 17th birthday, she signed for Montpellier in France. Those years mattered. She sharpened both feet, added range to her passing, and learned to create under pressure. She scored in league and cup play, hit strikes from the edge of the box, and kept getting smarter in tight spaces. France gave her rhythm and resilience. Manchester City move. In 2022, she joined Manchester City in the WSL. She did not wait long to leave a mark. Her first goals arrived in a Continental Cup win that fall. A hint of what was coming. City trusted her in bigger spots, and she paid it back with end product and control in the final third. Statement moments for City. In April 2024, she scored the first 2 goals in a 4-0 win over Bristol City. One of those was Manchester City's 800th professional goal, a neat piece of club history. The 2024-25 season showed her full range, 6 goals and 7 assists, before an ACL tear in April 2025 cut the run short. She was creating, scoring, and linking play with a cooler head every month. City rewarded that growth with a new deal through 2027. The club sees her as a core player for the future. Matildas breakthrough. She made her senior Australia debut as a teenager and never looked out of place. By mid-2025, she had passed 60 caps and cemented herself as a key attacker. She brings tempo control, quick combinations, and a clean strike that keeps defenders guessing. Major tournaments. FIFA Women's World Cup. Part of the 2023 squad that reached the semifinals on home soil. Her movement between the lines and quick layoffs helped Australia build attacks against top defenses. Olympic Games. Scored at the Olympics and handled the stage with poise. Big venues, bigger expectations, same calm first touch. AFC Asian Cup. Found the net and added creative spark in regional play, a reminder that she delivers in different systems and roles. Style that scales up. 2-footed threat. Comfortable striking and passing with either foot. Press resistance. Protects the ball, rides contact, and picks smart angles. Final third punch. Assists from clever through balls. Goals from sharp timing and clean hits. Injury and response. The ACL tear on the 13th of April 2025 was a hard stop during a surge. Her rehab points to late 2025 for a return. Watch how she handles setbacks. She treats recovery like training, steady, focused, and hungry to improve. For young athletes, her path offers a clear playbook. Start where you are. Backyard, beach, or local park, it all counts. Master the basics. First touch, body shape, scanning. Repeat until it is second nature. Move up in steps. Each level teaches a new lesson. Take it in and adapt. Value impact over flash. Goals, assists, pressing, and smart choices win trust. Treat adversity like a drill. You can build power and poise after any setback. Mary Fowler did not rush the journey. She stacked skills, learned from each league, and kept her eye on the next action, not the noise. That is how you go from local fields to international glory and stay there. Inside Mary Fowler's heart. Her love life with boyfriend Nathan Cleary. 2 elite athletes, 2 tight schedules, and one quiet bond that kept growing. Mary Fowler and Nathan Cleary did not rush to make a splash. They let time, trust, and shared standards do the work. What is public paints a simple picture. Two people who respect the grind, care about family, and keep the loud stuff outside their bubble. They met young fame with calm habits. Training first, family on speed dial, and no fuss when the cameras turned up. That balance is the thread you see through every sighting and every small reveal. It reads as steady, not staged. How soccer stars Mary and Nathan found love. Public sightings in 2023 gave the first clues. The ice cream date in August sparked talk. A walk by the Nepean River added fuel. By October, Nathan was spotted in Perth during Australia's Olympic qualifiers, cheering her on and spending time with her between sessions. The hints were gentle, but they kept coming. Mary later shared that the connection began in a quieter way. It was not flirting or big gestures at the start. It was long, honest text conversations that went deeper than small talk. That detail matches what you can see from the outside, a low-key start that turned into a strong fit. What drew them in goes beyond sport, but sport gave them a common language. They both live by routine, respect discipline, and accept pressure as part of the job. That makes daily choices easier to align. Here's what appears to anchor their relationship: shared discipline. Early nights, strict training blocks, and clean recovery. They both plan days around performance, not headlines. Family focus. Each leans on a close-knit support system. Family time matters, even when it means a simple meal and a short catch-up between travel. Mutual respect for the grind. They get it when the other needs rest, film study, or treatment. No drama, just space to do the work. Media noise managed. They do not feed rumors. They show up when it makes sense, then get back to life. Simple moments over spectacle. Walks, coffee, and quiet time between commitments. The small things hold the shape of their bond. If you track the timeline, it stays consistent. August 2023, first linked after an ice cream outing. Late August, seen walking together by the Nepean River. October 2023, Nathan shows visible support during Mary's matches in Perth. By 2024 and into 2025, the relationship is acknowledged in public without extra fanfare. Two careers at full speed can strain any couple. Their answer looks practical and kind. Keep phones open, keep promises simple, and keep standards high. It is the sort of pairing built on everyday choices, not grand statements. Mary Fowler's net worth in 2025 and impressive lifestyle. Mary Fowler turned potential into paydays, then stayed grounded. Smart career moves, a top club contract, and selective brand work now fund a simple, stylish life that still feels close to her Cairns roots. Most estimates place her 2025 net worth in the low seven figures, roughly $1 to $5 million. The range reflects private contract terms, incentive triggers, and fast-rising endorsement value. What is clear, her value jumped with Manchester City minutes, Matildas impact, and a growing global profile before the ACL setback in April 2025. Breakdown of earnings from soccer and brand deals. Her income builds from a few core pillars. Each one feeds the next, on-field form lifting brand power, and brand power amplifying her wider reach. Club salary at Manchester City. She signed on in 2022 and extended through 2027. Reports around the deal vary, with some outlets suggesting mid-six figures per year. Performance bonuses, squad incentives, and cup progress can lift that number in strong seasons. National team income. Match fees and bonuses with the Matildas add steady income. Major tournaments and deep runs boost totals through appearance payments and commercial activations around the squad. Endorsements and partnerships. She aligns with global names that fit her image. L'Oreal partnerships have highlighted her calm, confident presence off the pitch. The Matildas Barbie collaboration increased her reach with young fans and families. Event campaigns, limited drops, and media features add appearance fees and usage rights. Media and content. Social campaigns, brand shoots, and editorial features pay well during peak windows, like World Cup summers or club hot streaks. Long-term upside. Australian and UK media reported a surge in her market value after 2023, with fresh chatter in 2025, around a potential multi-million sponsorship race. Even while rehabbing her ACL, her profile stayed hot. How big is the jump from those early years? Think of the path from travel on a shoestring to a structured pro life in Europe. In Cairns, costs were counted and gear was shared. At Montpellier, the pay was better, but growth mattered more. At Manchester City, club level and visibility made the difference. Minutes turned into highlights, highlights turned into contracts, and contracts turned into security. That is the payoff for years of repetition and a mindset built at home. 3 quiet money habits keep her steady. She picks brands that match her values, not just the biggest check. She rides a long view, prioritizing club trust and role over short-term noise. She protects recovery time, which protects the next contract. The bottom line in 2025, she earns well from City and Australia, then multiplies with brand deals that fit her reach. The numbers grab headlines, but the method is what lasts. A day in the life of the rising soccer icon. Her days look clean, calm, and intentional, even during rehab. She builds routines that serve performance and peace of mind. Morning sets the tone. She wakes early, hydrates, and eats simple fuel, oats, fruit, and eggs. If cleared in rehab, she starts with controlled strength work and mobility, then adds bike intervals or anti-gravity treadmill runs to protect the knee. On full training days, she shifts to activation, short passing patterns, and a sharp first touch block before team duties. Mid-morning brings team rhythm. At City, that means tactical walkthroughs, finishing sequences, and pattern play. During ACL rehab, she mirrors the plan with physio-led drills, single-leg balance work, and low-impact conditioning. Film review fits in here too. She clips her previous matches, studies movement off the ball, and tracks small gains. 10 smart minutes of film can reset a day. Recovery is non-negotiable. She cools down with bands and breath work, then does treatment, compression, ice, or soft tissue. Lunch stays light and clean. Think lean protein, greens, and rice. She drinks water all day. A short rest window follows. No scroll traps. Just a book, a playlist, or a quiet nap. Afternoons are about craft. On pitch days, she builds reps on her weaker side and rehearses final third choices, one-touch layoffs, disguise on through balls, and quick finishes. On rehab days, she stacks small wins, range of motion, controlled strength, and stability under light fatigue. She logs everything, because proof of progress fuels belief. Evenings bring balance. If schedules line up, she unwinds with Nathan, cooks at home, and trades stories from the day. When travel splits them, FaceTime does the job. Family calls are common, and they keep her centered. Simple pleasures carry weight. A flat white from a favorite cafe. A sunset walk, hoodie up, headphones in. Cooking a one-pan dinner with garlic, lemon, and fresh herbs. A quick card game with siblings when she is home. Night routines keep tomorrow in mind. She preps breakfast, sets out training gear, and checks her rehab plan. A short stretch, a hot shower, and lights out early. It looks basic, because basic works. Even while sidelined, she lives like a pro. The injury did not change her standards, it sharpened them. Every choice builds the comeback. Every quiet win sets up the next loud one. From Cairns hardships to global stardom, Mary Fowler's story runs on grit, family, and faith in the work. The kid who trained on beaches now shapes games for Manchester City and the Matildas, and she does it with calm, skill, and poise. Her parents and siblings set the early standard, and that backbone still holds. Her relationship with Nathan Cleary shows the same steady values, quiet support, and focus on what matters. On the money side, Mary Fowler's net worth and lifestyle reflect smart choices, a strong club deal, and brand work that fits her image, without losing the grounded habits that built her. The ACL setback in April 2025 is a chapter, not the story. Follow her recovery into late 2025. Expect sharper movement, cleaner touches, and a bigger voice in the final third. A World Cup run and more silverware feel within reach when she is back at full speed. If this journey moved you, share your thoughts in the comments. Cheer her return, track the milestones, and keep an eye on the next Mary Fowler highlight that reminds us why talent paired with heart goes so far.